Winston Churchill once said, "Happy are the painters, for they shall not be lonely. Light and color, peace and hope will keep them company till the end of the day." Welcome to the Art Express, your one-stop art entertainment program where we express art in its entirety. I am Tolope Lamidi Yoros. First Town Gallery, Third Pyramid Art Center, Lagos presents a group exhibition titled Undiscovered, featuring 5 visual artists. Now, this exhibition pushes the boundaries of traditional art forms, presenting a different experience that invites viewers to embark on an exciting journey of discovery and exploration. Let's take a look.
So, and these are some of my works here that I'm exhibiting. I have the one I titled Gilles. I have the one of Angela. I have the one for Rachel. For the Gilles, actually talking about the innocence of the girl child. Looking at her hair, facial expression, her eyes, everything about her, it shows innocence. And for the Angela, it's actually talking about God's wealth, like we are supposed to enjoy God's wealth, not coming to the world and suffer. And for the one I titled Rachel, it's a retrospect back to the olden days, and kind of, you have the disc on it, and some of these generations don't know about it. So I brought it back to my painting to showcase our rich African music lifestyle. My works are particularly based on being courageous. You just have to be courageous, you just have to be yourself, you just have to be bold. You don't have to doubt your capacity. You can do anything positive if you wish to. Because my works, you see, that mostly female. Actually, I'm not a feminist, or I don't do just females, I do both genders, because the society affects both genders. The struggle in the world, the death, everything affects both genders. But here we have female genders, because specifically this is concerning the female. They have to grow from a certain stage and they have to become something, but the female, they don't have enough opportunities to meet up. When they try to meet up, they see some circumstances and they pull back. But I'm trying to encourage them to see good in whatever they try to do.
Undiscovered emerged from a desire to break free from the routine and venture into uncharted artistic territories. The culmination of this exploration brings forth the talents of 5 marvelous exhibiting artists. This recognizes the endless possibilities that lie within the untapped realms of creativity. It serves as a reminder that the art world is constantly evolving and there is always room for new voices to be heard. Undiscovered is an invitation to witness the hidden gems within Africa's artistic landscape. It encourages one to engage with these talented artists, to delve into their unique visual languages, and to appreciate the depths of their newfangled creativity.
The Undiscovered exhibition is a kind of exhibition that came up in an effort to showcase new voices. Because in the art universe, for example, especially in Lagos, you tend to see most of, or some of the galleries exhibiting, the same kind of work sometimes, the same kind of artists sometimes. So we wanted to bring together a group of artists that, their works have not been everywhere. Their works are excellent, but they still haven't gotten that widespread acknowledgement that they should have. And we felt like, okay, Third Pyramid Art Center can offer them, that reach, that visibility. So we decided to come up with Undiscovered. And some of the artists are exhibiting in Lagos for the first time. Some of them are even exhibiting publicly for the first time. But then when you go around and you see the works, you can see a lot of innovation. The works are unusual, they are not what we are used to seeing. There are so many other visual artists in the art industry whose works are phenomenal, and then we just have to showcase them. So we are challenging our viewers, open yourself to the possibilities of new artworks. Open yourself to the possibilities of, uncharted artistic territories. And that is why we have decided to put together this exhibition, and I'm sure they'll have a very unusual art experience, a very wonderful one.
My work simply shows how important women are in the world, and how women should keep working on themselves to become better humans, and just like to show how special women are, because I believe that in Nigeria we don't really know how important women are. So I've chosen to use my works to showcase how special we are and how important, and just how unique every woman is. Most of my works are made on canvas with acrylic paint or oil paint, and sometimes I like to switch it up and make them mixed media.
In my work, mainly speak about the African prints, West African prints in West Africa. So I try to depict the African prints to tell the world that we have African prints that are beautiful. You can see my works are majorly talking about the African prints and vintage iconographies. They can take you way back, and you can see some icons that's on the works, which can give you memories that you've seen before, and which you're going to see more often on my works. The message I'm really sending through my works is to depict more of Africa and African culture in my work. The African movements, the African prints, the vintage iconography we have in our community, anywhere in Africa, I represent it on my painting.
Welcome back. Also on gallery, the Tim and Carol Gallery of Art presents Innovative Testament by Dr. Kunle Adeyemi. His techniques encompasses his in-depth understanding of forms, motif, and colors, skillfully and fearlessly rendered into multi-layered visual stories. Enjoy.
We're actually here to witness the opening ceremony of Innovative Testament by Dr. Kunle Adeyemi. It's truly a testament because with what we've seen, with what is on display, is actually, reveal the fact that the artist has been very, very dogged and hardworking as far as his studio practice is concerned, because most of the works are actually innovative. There are things that, in terms of content that we've seen in the past, but the rendering, the application of materials, the context from which the artist interprets his ideas are quite innovative.
Kunle Adeyemi is a prolific artist, a master for that matter. It's an artist of some artists. You can see the crowd. You can see how large that crowd is. Everybody that matters in this industry is here. So, Kunle Adeyemi has pulled the crowd, and you can see the works, interesting works. But we want to see the way art movement was 20, 30 years ago. We want it back in our society, in our country. We need to give the rightful place to the artist. After spending so much time in school, then coming back to the job market, and they have something to offer the society. You know, art is good for the society. You know, a society that has not embraced its art is a lost society.
Kunle's works in this exhibition creates avenue for intellectual argument and debate. His works points us to the value of nature and our environment and the need to preserve our cultural heritage. Animals support plants and plants support both man and animals. Such symbiosis, if properly harnessed, produces greater harmony in our world. The subdued colors he employed creates a beautiful ambience for one to engage with the subject matter. His relief sculpture is in wood, protruding from a flat background, and the composition of the components is really expressive and pulls the eyes of the viewer to finally focus on his subject matter.
This exhibition, I'm actually documenting my time. You know, I have works like Japa Syndrome. I have works like Ajagun Katolipo. We fought battle, we walked before we got fuel, or we got petrol, or we got gasoline. You know, I have money redesign swap, you know, and all that. So some of the suffering that my people went through, some of those things that, and some of the joys too, you know, that people go through, it ended in praise, you know. That's one area, you know, social criticism about where I am. The other area is the documentation. For instance, you know, the crown, for instance, you know, the Adeoba, you know, the Jakan, you know, the Agbada syndrome, you know, and all that. So I don't really want people to forget so soon, you know, and so we continue to document and document and document. I'm trying to bring people back, you know, to realization that we need to dialogue with nature consistently so that we can actually have a better life.
Me is a workaholic. I remember working in his studio when I was in my master's in Uniben. I understudied him, worked under him for about 4 months. Even when I went back for my PhD, of all the printmakers in Nigeria, I still chose him, because he was highly recommended by Professor Bruce Onobrapwe. And as you can see, well, I still have to go around. I'm not surprised. I'm seeing creativity in the few works I've looked at.
If you have ever met anybody as creative as Mr. Adeyemi, it would be the person I haven't met right now. Because really, for somebody to keep pursuing creativity and the output he has been for years, it's amazing. At some point, we were talking animation. I mean, that's like as far removed from painting as you can ever get. And then he was the man that was interested in that. We're trying to get animation done, looking at sculpture. He's a very vastly creative person. And I recently just saw the fact that he has a poetry book of art and poems. I'm like, how does this man do it? Constantly trying to improve yourself, because I know Mr. Adeyemi never stops. He's always trying to get better with his skills, with his experiments, with his art styles and things. And that has always put him ahead of the game. And that is what I want to take from here. Get better.
Very stunning, amazing, and things that you don't really see on a normal go day. And I'm so amazed that he has, despite the fact he's a practicing lecturer, he has all this time to put all this together. In fact, it's breathtaking. I've seen the drummer downstairs. You know, most of his works are unique and fascinating, and you can't even dispute that. But I saw the drummer, and looking at the details of the artwork, you will know a lot of energy and time that was spent to create those artworks. So it's very amazing artwork, all true. And I'm so surprised a single man who is a practicing lecturer could put all this together. You know, I'm trying to catch my breath here.
This work, for instance, would have taken him about 2 or 3 weeks to produce. So there's depth in his work and there's value in his work. So for us, it was a perfect fit for the values of our gallery. Like this is called the embroidery Jacon series. This is the series of the embroideries they make on the traditional agbadas. It also tells a story. And he has a way of breaking down the different elements in this design to show that is a drum. This is, you know, it's something that you can learn from. It's something that takes you back to your roots and culture.
A new outbreak in style, but nevertheless, it's a slip of his person on signs and symbols, and he's assessing and annexing various traditional paraphernalia, and we can see it all over the place. So it's they are beautifully rendered with vibrant colors, and I would say that the works are wonderfully rendered.
Today on Theatre, Just Theatre House presents a play titled Time Up, filled with humor, celebration, and a call to change. Written by Ola Awako, produced by Olayinka Adedoyin, and directed by Ifeanyi Eziukwu at the Terra Culture, Lagos.
One good thing about Time Up is it makes us see reason with how we individually can work together to make a change, a positive change in this country. And you know, we are going into a new dispensation, or we're already in a new dispensation in this country. And we need to always sound it in our minds that the development of the country lies in the hands of each and every one of us. Who is the government? We are the government. And if we do everything rightly from our own individual, you know, spaces, there's going to be a multiplier effect. And that is what I try to put together in this play, Time Up, with 2 major characters having a thought-provoking conversation about activities, about situations that have come up in this country that we have to reflect on and use it as basis for, you know, posterity, for development, for peace, for unity, for development and all, you know, that we need for this country.
Let me listen to you before I share my opinion. Until we live up to our responsibilities in this nation, our respect shall soon fizzle out of the history books of our third countries. Just like the way these people removed our history subject from the classroom. Although we should be thankful to Dr. Raphael James for at least trying to preserve history in his picture museum in Idimu.
Responsibility in what way? Oh, wait. Is it just like the one I just did?
He's talking about that. Please. I'm talking about approaching the reprobates, the tyrants, and telling them their faults to their faces. And if they fail to take correction, we will kill them all.
Kill them all?
Time Up is an account of a deep cogitation of the Nigerian situation, ranging from polity to social menaces. It captures a conversation between 2 learned citizens, Mrs. Jumoke and Jude, who long for a better nation. They engage each other in a thought-provoking dialogue that encapsulates different situations that have over the years shaped the Nigerian society. The vices like corruption, political instability, piracy, embezzlement are also caricatured as characters who find themselves in a mess and require a rescue pad to be able to survive the hot chase by humans. Even as sacrifices are given to them and prayers offered to expunge them from the human world, the question of whether they are affected strikes a stroke. This eventually halts the attitude of Senator Jekinje, who is an epitome of societal misdemeanor and vices. This play is a docudrama that reveals some historic situations about Nigeria and brings to mind and celebrates some forgotten heroes of the nation.
Do you know some of those that championed the hashtag #EndSARS protest? That was almost looking like a revolutionary move. I already romanced the top politician. So, what are we talking about? They are well caged. They are well armed with strategies to cage us.
They may be well armed, yes. They may be well armed, but the taste of truth will always prevail.
We are here to see a play written by Ola Owakon himself, and so far so good. The play has depicted our country Nigeria, which we should all come together, stand up for the country. There's no place that will go that will be like home. This is still our home. It's still our nation. So we all have to stand up to our responsibilities. That's what the play is all about.
It's about, someone that has passion for a country, Nigeria. She has more passion and believe in the country. So maybe someone that believes that everything's going to be all right. We should not forget the past heroes, that what they've done for the country, that we should always recommend them, try to always relive their legacies as time goes on.
Few of those you plan to expunge possesses sophisticated weapon that could destroy many of us without a single skill of war. They would definitely kill us all.
We no go agree, we no go agree. Do they deserve it?
Sit. Come on, sit. And let me give you an orientation before we address the purpose of your visit.
Orientation indeed. Look, I've gotten enough orientation from the print media. Yes, I've had enough orientation from my friends and my colleagues. I've gotten enough orientation from political fanatics, even from laymen on the street on this same issue. Every morning, I get a dose of analysis at the newspaper stand.
Jude is someone who has had his backstory compares with experiences from how he has been hurt from the bad side of the nation, and then all these things put together is what is actually propelling him to want to move for change. And then so he's just looking for, he's that Nigerian that is not just talking about change, he wants to do something about it.
Oh, I think the main lesson is to not give up, and that young Nigerians are very tenacious, that they want to change things in the country.
It was about young Nigerians having like a discussion on how to improve things in the country.
I just wish the culmination of the Association of the National Witchcraft could bring them to order. If the leader from the north could merge with the ones from the south, and the strongest from the west could gang with the ones in the east, I believe they will form an insurmountable force that will combat the stubborn national maggots instead of killing the unfortunate ones. Then, we shall have a revolution.
Oh, revolution indeed, huh? A revolution. Even the Association of the National Witchcraft, as you have rightly said, might be an entity that is funded by the government.
You are in a semi-L then? A semi-L.
We need to take our swords ourselves. We need to approach these people and spill their blood. If we do not want another Clifford Orji who in disguise of a madman goes round the streets devouring innocent people just to empower these dastardly leaders.
That is true. That was how the story of the Otokoto faded into thin air.
Why won't it? Why won't it fade? When he is an active member, he's an active member. Do you want them to miss his impact forever? No.
So the play basically it's almost like a docudrama written by Ola Awakan. Do you understand? It's almost like a docudrama where we're talking about the history of Nigeria, some of those things that happened in Nigeria at a point, and because of the fact that some of us were not young, and some of these are even recent. For example, the man who the lyricist for of the national anthem died last year, Taiwo Ogunaike, right? And to date, most people don't even know about him. Do you understand? So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to celebrate all of these people. We're trying to bring them back to our memory. We're trying to tell people this is who are these people. Then also try to also tell you that it's enough time. The future is now.
That was a beautiful performance, I must say. Now, art is not the possession of a few who are recognized writers, painters, actors, or musicians. It is the authentic expression of any and all individuality. With that, we've come to the end of the show this week. Now, join us same time, same station next week. I am Tulokwe Lamidi, signing out.